Let's go, Steve.
Yes, sir.
Here we go. What sport is the legendary Jack Nicklaus known for?
Golf.
In what year did Japan bomb Pearl Harbor?
1941.
1941.
In what legendary holiday special will you find the island of misfit toys?
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Who is the lead singer of the rock band U2?
Bono.
Sting.
What is the only U.S. state that begins with the letter P?
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
In the Matrix movies, Keanu Reeves stars as what character?
Neo.
Pass.
On Gilligan's Island, what was Mrs. Howell's nickname for Mr. Howell?
Lovey.
Yeah, that's right. In 1990, Central State University in Edmond changed its name to what?
UCO.
UCO.
Colonel Harlan Sanders created what fast food chain?
KFC.
What holiday falls on the last Monday in May?
Memorial Day.
Labor Day.
Going back, in the Matrix movies, Keanu Reeves starred as what character?
Neo.
I don't know.
I'm just going to give up on that. We did run out of time, Steve. Yeah, a couple of clinkers in there, and we just didn't get that pass. But we'll go over these. But I have some nice stuff for you. How many did you get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 10, which means that you're going to get $105 of free play from Seminole Nation Casinos. Who knows what that can turn into? Players can win up to $250 cash playing red light, green light at all three Seminole Nation Casino locations. Plus, I have a family 4-pack for you of the Home and Garden Show tickets for this weekend at the OKC Fairgrounds.
Awesome.
Absolutely. How'd you play with Steve this morning? Did you do a good job? Did you get all through all of them and get them correct? You could have won $1,000. Oh man, was the old brain working? Was it unfrozen? Let's go over them. What part or what sport is the legendary Jack Nicklaus known for? Without hesitation, Steve said golf. That is correct. The legendary Jack Nicklaus. In what year did Japan bomb Pearl Harbor? It was 1941, December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. In what legendary holiday special will you find the island of misfit toys? Steve got it. Did you? Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Who is the lead singer of the rock band U2? Steve said Sting.
Bono.
Sting is the lead singer of the Police. Yep. The lead singer of U2 is Bono. Bono. What is the only U.S. state that begins with the letter P? Yes, Pennsylvania. In the Matrix movies, Keanu Reeves starred as what character? We passed on that originally, came back to try to get it, just ran out of time. Neo.
Thank you.
Neo is the character in the Matrix movies. Gilligan's Island. I flubbed this question, but he got it anyway. What was Mr. Howell's nickname for Mrs. Howell? Lovey. Oh, Lovey dear. In 1990, Central State University in Edmond changed its name to what? Yeah, UCO. The University of Central Oklahoma. He said UCO. Giving it to him. Colonel Harlan Sanders created what fast food chain? Colonel Sanders is what it used to be called. Colonel Sanders Kentucky Fried Chicken. Now it's just KFC. What holiday falls on the last Monday in May? Steve, it's Memorial Day. Memorial Day. It's the last Monday in May. Well, we didn't give away $1,000 today. Tomorrow's a Thursday, though. And on $1,000 Minute Impossible on Thursdays, we triple the money. So tomorrow at 7:10, I'll give you the cue to call. Answer 10 questions correctly in 1 minute. Tomorrow morning, we'll give you $3,000.
Unconventional, but not impossible.
John Hart. And we're going to shut old Johnny Hart down there for just a little bit. Well, we had a big wild card weekend. Playoffs. Yeah, we had the playoffs. I don't really remember who all I picked to win, but I know the Browns, who I probably picked to win, they got runned. They got rammed. Texans are pretty good. That quarterback was he was pretty in fuego. He was hot. The Cowboys, yeah. Well, let's back up for the Browns. It doesn't help when you throw 2 pick sixes. But Flacco went from off the couch to the couch. His luck run out. It turned to a pumpkin. The clock struck midnight, however you want to put it. Now let's go to the Cowboys. Oh! Mr. Turnover Machine came back to haunt us. off them. I like the Cowboys, but I only like them because CeeDee Lamb plays for them. If they didn't have CeeDee Lamb, I wouldn't be a fan of theirs. What for? You know, he threw a pick, then he threw a pick six, and you know, they made a valiant, scored some points there at the end. I wish CD would have caught that touchdown pass there at the end. He had a hand on it, but he was standing, you know, and it was a tough, you know, no. But if he'd have caught it, and they'd have got that 2-point conversion with 1:10 left, they would have been onside kicking to get the ball to tie it, which would have been something. But the Cowboys, you know, Jerry Jones needs to quit thinking about his offense. His offense is fine. It's his defense that's not any good. When that guy crossed the middle, you know, cover him. Somebody cover. Boom, 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 boom. I mean, you're not getting to him with the blitz. He just keeps dropping back and hits that guy in the middle. Twice. 3 times, you loser. Stop blitzing and start covering. So then I watched Baker Mayfield and the Eagles. The Eagles, I don't know, their locker room was fractured. Their offense and defense weren't playing together. The defense just looked like, to me, they quit. They don't know how to tackle. Ooh, dogs. He's in a hurry to get to work. I'm not in that big a hurry to get to work. Are you? I didn't think so. So, you know, I took Baker Mayfield and the boys. They did well. Pittsburgh Steelers, you know, you came through. You don't have that marquee quarterback. You're playing at Buffalo. You get down 21-0. They did try to make it. They did make a game out of it. Had a little bit of the Bills doing the Trubisky fakes. Not so much a fake slide. Come on around, dude. I got to get over too. But he did kind of slow down like he was going to slide, and then did not slide. And I'm getting over. I don't really know, dude. You can get over here. It's getting over here. I'm going very fast. Go ahead and crank that heat all the way up. And he took off, ran about 50-something yards for a touchdown. The Steelers, you know, they're talking about their coach. They've been to the playoffs like, I don't know, they've been bounced in the first round 7 straight times. They're good, they're lacking, they don't have a marquee quarterback. They don't have a good quarterback. No, Mason Rudolph is not a good quarterback. I hate to say that, but he's just not a good quarterback. So it looks like this, and the Lions. The Lion sleeps tonight. The Lions took care of the Rams. The Rams, you know, squeaking in there at the end of the playoffs. So the two I'm really surprised about are A, the Green Bay Packers, B, the Texans. Everybody else, I figured, you know, that's how it's going to be. So it looks like the Packers are going to go to the Niners this weekend. Aren't they going to go to the Niners this weekend? And then the Texans, I believe, are going up to play Detroit, Rock City. And then we have the Bills playing the Chiefs at the Bills. The Chiefs game, I'll tell you, first off, it's a playoff game. They stick it on Peacock where you have to have a streaming device, a streaming service. No, I've already got enough streaming services to choke a horse. So, but it's going to be replayed on the NFL Network at 11 o'clock at night. So I'm delaying, and I watched the Browns game, all of it being delayed for me. I got a bunch of work to do, moving it all, you know. So I'm watching that game, and then I'm not watching anything else. And then about 11 o'clock, I wait until about 11:15, and I'm recording. So about 11:15, I turn it on, hit play, and the first thing I see is they're having a show about nothing They're talking football on the NFL Network, and they're talking about the game they're about to show on the NFL Network and giving the score. So I had no idea, didn't get to watch any of the game before I knew, oh, 26-7. Yeah, well, that's good. Enjoyed that. Thank you very much. And then come to find out, they didn't even show it. They showed the Browns and the They showed the Browns and the Texans. And then they were supposed to show the Browns and the Texans later on, and they showed the Browns and the Texans again. Then the next day they were still jump out to get that chair. That's a good looking chair over there. You know, so basically what it all boils down to is I didn't get to watch any of that game. It sucked. It was really, you know, Frosty the Snowman. I really dug at the Bills game. They were paying fans $20 an hour to shovel snow. They gave them a hot meal, $20 an hour to shovel snow. You get a 20-minute break every hour. And they were shoveling the shoot out of that show. So here we are at the post office this morning, gonna do a little dropping off. Had a pretty interesting day on eBay. Interesting weekend. I put up some. I found some games. So I'm moving. I found 5 games, kind of like hidden gems, and I put them up, and I sold 2 of them. One of them, you know, Mega Man 2. I did get $30 out of it. Mega Man 5. I got 110 out of it. So here I'm at the post office, and boy, there sure are a lot of cars here. Sure hope that door isn't locked like it was the other day when I got here. To be continued. So 3 today to drop off. Sold some oh. You can't handle the truth, Ruth. Yeah, and then last night I was cleaning off my table and I found a Game Boy Zelda game. Where I got it. But they were going for, you know, $35, $45. So whatever. So what I like to do in that case, which is okay, you know, I don't know. I have made so much money off of my Nintendo that you know, I'm looking to move the merch. So I put it up for $29.95. I did bump my shipping up a little bit, which is something I always like to do. When I'm selling something a little cheaper than probably I should, I'll always bump the shipping up. And I had it at $29.95. Put the shipping at $6.99, which is ridiculous for shipping. But I sold it in about an hour. 1 hour? You got 1 hour? You know, which always makes you feel good. Well, makes you feel better. Makes you feel better. Makes you feel good. Howell. And I sold 3 OU Texas ticket stubs last night, which is always good. You're not getting in front of me, dude, sorry. And the guy paid full freight. So that's 3 for $15. Cost me about $4 to ship them. So, and they were a 2004, a 1987, and then maybe a 2015. I don't know. OU Texas ticket stuff, so they sell good. I'm always happy with those. And I've always picked up a bunch, and I've always got a bunch, and I'll almost always find somebody, Boomer Sooner, I'll almost always find somebody selling them too cheap or whatever, and pick them up on eBay and then resell them, break up the law. Oh, I'm glad you asked about my jacket. I got this jacket back in 95, something like that. 95. I was at Ron Lynch's sporting goods in Norman, out on Main Street. It's no longer there. And they were having a contest in association with WW, with maybe it was KTOK that when Al Ashback was working there. And it was they would get a question and they would read it on air, and if they could stump you, if you could stump them, you win a $50 gift certificate. So, and I listened all the time, but they called me and I won. I had stumped him. My question was Oklahoma Sooner football question was, who has the longest run from scrimmage in OU history without scoring a touchdown? Without scoring a touchdown. No touchdowns were scored on this play. And well, they didn't get it. And it's kind of amazing because Buck McPhail went 96 yards and didn't score. We were on the 2. And I've seen the play and I've looked for it on YouTube, but I can't seem to ever find it or find it anywhere anymore. But Buck McPhail, we're on the 2-yard line, and he breaks through the line, and about the 50, he looks like he's about to have a heart attack. 40, 30, he's dragging that sled. And there's a guy behind him that's dragging that sled too. And he's still chasing, but about the 10, Buck's done. And he's trying to make it, and the guy catches him and tackles him at the 2. So, no, I don't know. They didn't even get a guess in, I don't guess. So, anyway, so I got a $50 gift certificate at Ron Lynch's Sporting Goods. So I went, and OU, we were in the desperate throes, I believe, of like the last year of Gary Gibbs, or the next to last year of Gary Gibbs. So that'd have been 94, 93. It'd been 94, 95. And so I'm looking at these jackets, and they're on sale for 25% off. They were $100. So I could get one for $75. And they had this one, and then they had a black Colorado one with the buffalo right here in Colorado on the back. And man, it looked good. My T sign over there. Man, I'll tell you what, I am just not having any. Oh, there's one of my T signs right there. I'm just not having any luck with my T signs. It's a disc golf day. So, and I was looking hard at that Colorado jacket because it was pretty sweet. And then I just go, nope, I'm taking the OU jacket. And I wore, but mostly it's been in my closet for a long time and never worn. But it's you know, it's 30 years old, so it's time to break that unit out. Break that unit out, which I did, and I've done. All right, well, looks like we're here for work today. Work day, everybody. So, taking off the glove, and once again, like the old maid said to the peeping Tom, get the fuck out of here. Thanks for looking in.